Dragon Ball Sparking Zero is fast approaching, and I couldn't be more excited. It is probably the most anticipated anime game in history. I know it is the most anticipated Dragon Ball game for me personally, because I grew up playing the Budokai Tenkaichi games and the Budokai games, you know? That golden age of Dragon Ball games in the 2000s on the PS2. That was like the glory days of me, the good old days, you know? And I'm sure most of you feel the same. So if you do feel the same, be sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel. But now today I want to discuss the roster, because I do have some thoughts and concerns, and that is in regards to the latest trailer as well as what they haven't showed us yet. So the latest trailer was a Goku and Vegeta rivals trailer where, you know, they're going against each other, they're battling in their various forms, you know, Super Saiyan, Super Saiyan 2, Majin, Super Saiyan 3, all that, you know. And, you know, they showcased the God forms for the first time in the Budokai Tenkaichi series. We got Super Saiyan God and Super Saiyan Blue. Even Goku even went Kaioken at the end of the video. I don't know if that's gonna be a separate character variation or if that's like gonna be a part of Super Saiyan Blue's moveset. You know, like in Budokai Tenkaichi 3, for example, Goku early, a part of his moveset is Kaioken. It's not a transformation, but like it's a skill that he does in his base form, you know. So like that's all well and good, but the shocking omission to me in this trailer was the lack of GT forms, because I was under the impression that this was going to be the largest roster in Dragon Ball games history, and that still might be so, but why, like, if you're gonna showcase a trailer showcasing Goku and Vegeta against each other battling out in their various forms, why wouldn't you show them as Super Saiyan 4s as well? Like, and I know some people are gonna be assholes and say, oh, it's not canon, but it's a game. None of the games are canon. We just want to play as our favorite forms, you know. We want to play as everything, you know. Like, you can't sit there and tell me GT is non-canon and then be a fan of like Z Broly and Z Gogeta and all that, you know. It's hypocritical. But yeah, anyways, no Super Saiyan 4 yet. Like, there's been zero indication of any GT characters being in this game yet, and that is a bit concerning for me, as I am a big GT fan, and I want to see them showcased in this modern style of Budokai Tenkaichi, especially with the art style. Like, these animations and character models look so clean, and I would really like to see how Super Saiyan 4 would look in this art style as well. Now, it could be possible that they would release more GT related trailers later. Maybe GT will get its own trailer. Could be possible, because, you know, like maybe they don't want to group together GT with Super and Z and stuff, you know. They want to make GT feel like its own special thing. I can buy that, you know. Like, maybe in the story mode GT will have its own section or something. I don't know. It still remains to be seen. This is just me talking about what I hope is in the game, and I do hope that we get GT characters in the game. Like, say what you will about GT, it has its fan base, it has a large amount of fans, and it is a important part of Dragon Ball history, especially when it comes to anime, you know. So zero indication as to new GT characters yet in the trailers. We've only seen stuff from Super and Z so far, not even OG Dragon Ball yet, you know. So that those two could like get their own trailers maybe. Or I've seen a lot of people theorize that GT will most likely be DLC, you know, the first major DLC pack for the game, and I could actually buy that. But like, for me, if these people want to recreate the magic of the old Budokai Tenkaichi games, right? DLC didn't exist back then. I'm just saying. So like, give us everything with no DLC, or, you know, give us, okay, my ideal roster would be, and this is me being realistic now, so you give us some stuff from Dragon Ball, Z, Super, GT, movies, all that, you know, and then the DLC could maybe be, you know, like Beast Gohan, Orange Piccolo, Cell Max, all that, you know, from the latest movies, you know, because that would actually make sense. That would actually make the most sense, because it's the latest movie. You want to make a quick buck of your latest characters, you know, but like, don't make characters who have been in the previous game already be DLC, because to me that's shady, you know. Like, I don't want to be buying Sparking Zero, excited to play as Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta because he was my favorite character in Budokai Tenkaichi 3, and then I find out he's not in the game or he's DLC. Like, that would be just blue balls, you know what I'm saying? Like, imagine. So I think that GT not being in the base game would be a big mistake. Like, if it was DLC, I'll probably still buy it because I am a fan, and you know, I can see them doing that as a business, you know, from a business perspective, from a marketing perspective. But I would prefer if they were just in the base game. Like, you know, let's look at the Raging Blast games, for example. Those games were just Dragon Ball Z characters only. Rosters were huge, by the way, especially Raging Blast 2. The roster was huge. I love Raging Blast 2, like, it's one of my favorite games ever, and I enjoyed that game despite not having GT characters. So, like, I'm not saying that if this game doesn't have GT characters, then it's gonna suck and be horrible. No, that's not what I'm saying. Like, I just think that the game having GT characters would make it even better and more enjoyable, you know. Like, if this is gonna have a large fighting roster, I want them to go crazy and put as much characters as possible, you know. I just want to have a ton of options, a ton of different characters to play as and choose and play against my friends in multiplayer mode, you know. But speaking of multiplayer, there is a belief and a concern that there won't be local multiplayer in Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. Click the video on screen to check out my thoughts, and don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Peace out. Take care.